body platform being completed in 1993. Ford came out with the SN95 platform in 1994. This is a Cobra. It has 10,000 miles. Let's take it for a test drive and see how it performs. If y'all follow the page, you know I'm a huge fan of the SN95 cars. Are they the fastest Mustang you can buy? No. But I like things that are a little bit different. And this is a great car, and it's actually a Cobra that we have had previously. But to recap and to start, we have a 94 SVT Cobra. It has 10,375 actual miles. Sold it to a really good customer of mine that plays with stuff for a while. Trades them back in when he's had his fun with them. He bought this car and put about 500 miles on it. Again, had his fun with it, was ready for something else, so that's how we got it back. Has some really tasteful mods done. But it has its original 5-liter, making 240 horse and 285 foot-pounds of torque is what they're rated at in 1994. 5-speed manual transmission, shifts through all the gears, excellent. Stock style rear end. You have your power 4-wheel disc brakes, but this has drilled and slotted rotors, so it's upgraded discs all the way around. Power rack and pinion steering, the AC's cold, the heat blows hot. This one has a really good exhaust note. It has BBK shorty headers. You still have your catalytic converters, and then you have Flowmasters with tips coming out the back. We'll let it warm up just a little bit more, and then on a return trip, we'll really get after it. Can't say enough about how well this car drives. It's a documented 10,377 miles. No accidents or damage ever reported on the Carfax. Auto check is also clean. We have the SVT paperwork for this one. On the interior, it's the code 4S, which is your saddle leather interior. Interior is in great condition. The leather on these is really notorious for not holding up all that well. This one has a little bit of age over on the edge of the driver's seat bolster from getting in and out, but it's minimal at best. The flaws will be found in the additional media tab on the website pcclassiccars.com, so make sure you guys check that out. All of the extra stuff like the Carfax auto check, imperfections, all of the VIN tags all the way around the car will be in that additional media tab. But on the interior, again, seat covers front and rear are great. They've held up really well when these are not notoriously known for holding up well. Dash pad, lower portions of the plastic are all great. Steering wheel's in awesome condition. You have your white face gauges. You still have your factory digital clock, which is working. Your headliner, your visors, door panels themselves are all in really good condition. Couple little scuffs in the plastic portion of the door panel, but again, pretty nitpicky there. And man, that AC is nice and cold, blowing really well. As far as the does it work section, lights, gauges, horn, wipers, radio, heat, AC, parking brake, cruise control, all of that is working. The only disclaimers on this one is the little airbag light on the dash does tend to flash. Right now it is on, and then the ABS light will be intermittent. Obviously it's got aftermarket wheels and tires on it, so the TPS light is not on right now, but the airbag light is. Very common issue on these cars, but everything else is working. The does it work section and those disclaimers will be found in the additional media tab on the website pcclassiccars.com. Click on this vehicle in the inventory, scroll to the very bottom, and you'll see all that good stuff. A few notes before we get after it. Your ashtray door opens and closes properly, and then same thing with your glove box with your owner's manual sitting in there. The stereo does come on and it does work. To be honest, I don't have any CDs to put in the CD changer, so I don't know if the CD works. For being a Cobra that doesn't have a lot of performance mods done, yes, it has its few other things, suspension-wise, your exhaust. That motor and transmission combo is great. It's a lot of fun to rip through the gears. It does have a Hurst shifter on it, so fun to bang through all the gears up and down. Has great performance, really fun car to drive. On the underneath, like a 10,000 mile car, it shows great. The floors are awesome. Suspension all checks out. No issues of any kind with any rust problems or any damage on the bottom. It's a good, solid car. One pinch weld has one little bend in it from being jacked up with a floor jack or a post lift. but it's extremely minimal. You would never even notice it, but I didn't mention it. But everything on the bottom really is great. On the exterior, it is the code E8, which is your Rio Red paint. This one still retains all of its VIN stickers all the way around the car, as well as the data tag in the door jamb and your VIN sticker, or VIN tag, excuse me, on the dash. Paint quality is great. Few little nicks and imperfections walking around the car. It's all minor stuff, little touch-ups here and there. Photos of that stuff will be found in the additional media tab on the website pcclassiccars.com, but overall it is a really good looking car and very clean. You do obviously have the upgraded Saleen style wheels, nice center caps. Wheels and tires are in great condition. They are 2021 date code on the tires, no dry rot or cracking on the tires at all. As far as your suspension goes, it does have Eibach lowering springs. It still retains a stock style feel, just a little bit kind of crisper out on the open road. Steering is good as well. Brakes feel great with those upgraded drilled and slotted rotors. It stops nice. You do have your power adjustable driver seat over here. Functions like it should. These seats are comfortable. You can take this thing on a longer road trip if you want to. Glass shows well. A few little nicks in the windshield, but it's minimal. Power windows work like they should. Power locks work. The back glass is a rear defrost. The button kicks on, kicks off like it should. One thing I will note is the power window over here on the driver's side. It's the auto down. And then when it goes all the way back up, it almost goes up just a little too far, and it kind of taps the door frame. It just needs to be adjusted just a little bit. Super minor little thing there. Just always like to be as transparent as possible. Downshift here. Clutch feels good, easy to, again, to find the gears. Inside the trunk in the back, the deck lid shows great on the bottom. Inside the trunk compartment shows factory, nothing's out of place back there. Can't ever go wrong with Flowmasters behind the 5-liter. And I love these SN95 cars. I love the 4.6s as well, the later ones, but I'm a huge fan of the 94s and 95s with that 5-liter. Just kind of the last of the 5-liters, so I'm always partial to the 94s, 95s. In the engine compartment, obviously you have an aftermarket strut tower brace, you have Maxim Motorsports caster camber plates. Other than that, and the BBK shorty headers, it's all factory in there, shows well. It is the original fuel-injected 5-liter. Charging system's doing its job, belts, hoses, serviceable items like fluids, all check out great. Really a fun Cobra to hop in, some good, tasteful mods that are done. The only things to note is, again, if you care to, it's most likely the clock spring that's causing that airbag light to stay on, and then you have your TPS sensor, which will flash every once in a while. It hasn't done it during this test drive, but it was on previously, so. All right, we'll get after here one more time. Have a blast ripping through the gears on these cars. As always, I'm Michael. This is a 1994 Ford Cobra with 10,000 miles, 5.0, 5-speed, cold AC, SVT paperwork. From myself and everybody here at PC Classic Cars, we appreciate y'all stopping in to watch another one of our test drives. Make sure you check out that additional media section on the website pcclassiccars.com. Check out all the content we're posting across the social platforms every single day, and we'll catch you guys on the next video.